We want to solve the compound inequality of negative 8 less than 2x minus 1 less than 7. There are two different ways that you can do this. Here is the first way. You want to get x by itself, here in the middle. You have to get rid of this minus 1 to start with. So you can add 1 there to cancel it out. But what you do there, you must also do on the far right and the far left. And then go back and simplify. Negative 8 plus 1 is a negative 7. In the middle, you have 2x. These cancel out. And then 7 plus 1 is 8. But x still is not totally isolated yet. You need to divide by 2. But what you do in the middle, you do on the right and the left. Now simplify. A negative 7 over 2 is a negative 3.5. 2 over 2 cancels out, and 8 over 2 is 4. Now, you have to express your answer on a number line. So here comes the number line. You go as far back as negative 3.5 and as far to the right as 4. So we can put a 0 in the middle and go 1, 2, 3, 4 there. And then go back 1, 2, 3, 4 there because we went to negative 3.5. Read it starting with x first in each case. X, and the mouth is open to x. That means x is greater than negative 3.5. Here is a negative 3.5. If x is greater than that, it's an open dot, and you go to the right for greater than. For the 4, x is less than 4. So that's an open dot, and less than means you go back here until you meet the other inequality line. This would be your solution. The number line clearly marked with hash marks, the numbers, an open dot or a closed dot, and your lines. This is an open dot. This is a closed dot. This is a different way to solve a compound inequality, and this one is negative 10 less than or equal to 2x plus 10 less than or equal to a negative 5. Another way you can do this is by using this as one inequality, as negative 10 less than or equal to 2x plus 10. And then using this as one inequality, 2x plus 10 less than or equal to a negative 5. And you would solve each of those separately. On the left, you would move this plus 10 to the left and make it minus 10. Simplify, and then divide to come up with negative 10 less than or equal to x. On the right hand side, you're going to move the plus 10 to the right and make it minus 10. Simplify the right to get a negative 15. Divide by 2 to come up with x less than or equal to a negative 7.5. And then you have to combine these together for the solution. X in the middle, and x is greater than or equal to negative 10, less than or equal to negative 7.5. Your lower number will always be over here on this side, the higher number on this side. And now you have to graph it. So here's the number line. And notice we're in negative territory. So there's no need to put positive 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 on there. So why don't we just do this? Let's start back maybe at negative 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And just number them off like that. You can even go every other one. And now we need a negative 10, which is here, and it should be a closed dot. Read it with x first. X, with the mouth open to x, means greater than. X greater than or equal to a negative 10, closed dot, up and over to the right. And then x less than or equal to a negative 7.5. Negative 7.5 is here. It's a closed dot, and if x is less than or equal to that, you go up and over to the left. To solve this compound inequality, we can start by subtracting 7 from everything so that these will cancel out and leave me with a negative 17 less than 8x less than 2. Divide everything by 8. When we do that, we end up with a negative 2 1/6, or not 2 1/6, but 2 1/8, less than x less than 1/4. So now go to the number line and be aware of what numbers you have and how far you're going. If this is a 0, we only need to go to 1 because we have a positive 1/4, which would be approximately there. And that's going to be an open dot and go down this way. To the left, we can go 1, 2, 3 to a negative 3. We need a negative 2 1/8, which is approximately there. And it's got to be an open dot and to the right.